think we're letting Devin Booker off the hook, though, because we're just focusing on Chris Paul here. I have numbers here. He's 0 for 11 from three-point the last 2 games when the Suns were facing elimination. What does that say to you?
What has he done before? I mean, of course.
Well, people were saying he could become the face of the league.
I'm saying, and I agree with that. They're going to make him the face of the league. They're going to do that regardless because his face is perfect for it. But I'm saying, what has he done before? I mean, he's only made the playoffs one time before. Like, why are we just jumping on a boat and just like.
No, the brother got game now. I mean,
so
I thought he was the top 5
no one in the
MVP
league is scared of him either? That he can get hot and go off?
Devin Booker?
No, I'm
y'all
asking.
stop, man. When I compare people like Devin Booker, I put him in the same category as the same tier of Luka Doncic when you talk about players, right? Not the same game, but I'm saying when you talk about young rising stars, right? You have to put him, Trae Young in there. You have to put Luka in there. You have to put Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum.
Hold on. Let me put Bev.
Luka's at the same level. I'm confused.
Hold on. Let me put Bev on the spot here. I would put Devin Booker in the same class offensively. I would put him in the same class as a Paul George.
As who?
Paul George, your former teammate, who is a star in this league.
Hey, man.
Paul George is a star. Is he not?
Which Paul George?
What do you mean, which Paul George?
I'm asking a serious question. Before you get all...
The Paul George on the Clippers.
Okay,
the Paul George.
Also, the Clippers, not the Indiana one, because they're different ages. So give me the Paul George you're talking about.
Damn it.
I'm being honest. You can't give me the last year Hakeem Olajuwon and compare Shaq to the prime Olajuwon.
Before he had the nasty knee injury, there was a
athletic
Paul George.
Let's compare Indiana Paul George with Devin Booker.
No,
not even close.
I'm saying this Paul George that's on the Clippers, I still find to be a star in this league.
I agree. But
so Devin Booker's not on that level?
No. Now he is, but prime Paul George, no.
But you are putting him in the same level as Luka. That's where I'm getting confused.
I'm putting him in the same category as rising stars as Luka, as the face of the
No, he's not. Luka has shown there's a distinct difference between him and Devin Booker. I'll give you that.
You guys are talking about basketball. I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking about a group of guys, 5 guys that's going to be rising stars in the NBA for time to come, right? That's what I'm saying. That's the category he's in.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Luka is making it happen.
Yes.
Luka has made it happen since day one. Not saying that Devin Booker hasn't. Luka has made it happen since day one. In the playoffs, too. Yes. Come on, man. Y'all can't get this man Devin Booker all this. He only made the playoffs one time before. Only one time.
I think there's an important distinction. Let's get aside from the Paul George, Devin Booker comparison.
Not even close.
Because I don't even think that's worth arguing about. But there's a difference between being a top 5 player and being a star. There's a difference between being a top 5 player and a rising star. There's a difference between being a top 5 player and an all-star. There's a difference top 5 all-NBA. When you're a top 5 player, your team has a chance to win a championship.
Is he a top 5 player?
That's it. That's it. Luka, Kawhi Leonard with Toronto, Giannis last year. Like LeBron, you need a top 5 player to win a championship. Historically speaking, in the NBA, top 5 player currently, right then, in the moment, top 5. That's what you need. And the Suns don't have that right now. That's a fact.
I will tell you this. It's amazing what one game can do. Because if this were reversed, and Phoenix was the one that had was up by 46 yesterday, and they were blowing Dallas out of the building, and Devin Booker had played that way instead of Luka, we might be having a different conversation. But because of what actually happened, Devin Booker does not realize the damage that this loss has done. When you look at him, you're going to look at him differently now. Because a game 7 with everything on the line, everybody know you got to show up.
But how did you look at him before?
What I looked at him is, I still look at him as a star, but let me be very clear. I still looked at him as a star. I had him as one of my top 5 league MVP candidates this year.
What type of star? The 5-pointer star or the 6-pointer? Because this is the difference.
I don't even know how to answer that.
5-point. He's a 6-pointer star, and I've never seen that in person.
What does that mean?
That means that you don't really see those type of stars all the time. They come and go. He's not, man. He's not a star.
You're right about that. You've seen that before. That's true.
Stephen A, this is the second time he's done this in an elimination game. So what does it say to you now?
What it says to me is that he's not what we thought he was. Period. It doesn't mean that he can't play. It doesn't mean that he's not a star caliber player, but there are levels to this. And when you don't show up when it counts most, that gets held against you because that separates, or to use all the categories that you threw out there, that's where the separation takes place.
So I'm not comparing Devin Booker to Giannis by any stretch of the imagination, but when Giannis had his failures in Milwaukee, we had a lot of these same conversations. Giannis, who has grown up and matured, he has talked about this during these playoffs and how valuable those failures are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the question is going forward about Devin Booker. What will we talk
Can he
about him
get
going
there?
forward? Can
he
get there?
My response is yes. But
Will he learn?
Until he gets there,
no
this is
doubt,
where he
no
is.
doubt. Which
For
is the same
viewers,
reason we're going to have.
What does there mean?
Get there is winning a game like last night.
No, because he won't be in that position again.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.